What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former unified lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, now junior welterweight title contender, Teofimo Lopez, superstar boxer, who has 17 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 12 wins by way of knockout. He is 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. He and his father, Teofimo Lopez Sr., father, trainer, and manager, once again proved that they are exaggerating things that have taken place in the past or in the future or currently. Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez Sr. are now claiming to have knocked out undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, who is 29 wins, no losses, no draws, 15 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. With that said, Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Teofimo Lopez Jr. were asked about Devin Haney possibly moving up to junior welterweight. Now, they both have massive fights in front of them, okay? Teofimo Lopez Jr. has a fight coming up with undefeated, undisputed junior welterweight world champion, British superstar boxer, Josh Taylor. That's June 10th. And Devin Haney, he has a May 20th showdown 2-3 weeks earlier. May 20th against Olympic 2-time gold medalist, 3-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko. That's May 20th, Las Vegas, Nevada, MGM Grand Garden Arena. Teofimo Lopez is going to face Josh Taylor June 10th at Madison Square Garden, New York. With that said, now they're claiming that when asked about Devin Haney moving up after the Lomachenko fight, because there's a lot of speculation that Devin Haney could possibly be moving up to 140 after his fight with Vasily Lomachenko, simply because it's not easy for him to make 135. He's expressed this on numerous occasions. So he stated that the only way he's going to stay at 135 is simply if he can secure a fight with 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, or 2-division undefeated world champion superstar boxer Shakur Stevenson. Now, I don't even think that Devin Haney will stay there for Shakur Stevenson. He may stay there for Gervonta Tank Davis, because there's no foreseeable future of Gervonta Tank Davis campaigning at 140. So this may be his only opportunity to get a Gervonta Tank Davis fight, because Tank Davis and his team are steadfast to let the world know that they're 135 pounders. They're not moving up to 140. So he may stay there for Gervonta Tank Davis. Shakur Stevenson is going to present that fight at 140 or above. So he has more time. Shakur Stevenson is going to grow out of 140. There's more time for the Shakur Stevenson fight. But I think he'll stay at 140, at 135 for one more fight. And I think that fight will be in the form of Gervonta Tank Davis. Nonetheless, they're both big fights for Devin Haney. But Devin Haney is saying that he's going to move up to 140 sooner rather than later. And Teofimo Lopez is at 140. This will be his third fight at 140, okay? And so he was asked about it, to which they stated that they knocked out Devin Haney in sparring, right? It was so bad that Devin Haney's father, trainer, and manager, DHP, Devin Haney Promotions CEO, Bill Haney, had to jump in the ring and stop it. And then here's how you know they exaggerated this situation, is because they have come face-to-face on numerous occasions. And they have had heated face-to-face conversations on numerous occasions. And Teofimo Lopez Sr. nor Jr. have ever referenced the sparring session, them knocking Devin Haney out. When I say they have had heated face-to-face conversations where words were used that they both sides was criticized for using, okay, and not ever in any of those conversations has Teofimo Lopez said, what about when I knocked you out in sparring? That's never come up, right? That would have been the first thing to come up if Teofimo Lopez had knocked Devin Haney out in sparring. And then Senior says it looked like, and he stumbled over his words, and he says it looked sort of like when Devin Haney got rocked by Jorge Linares. Everybody uses that as a reference. That's the one time in Devin Haney's career that you saw Devin Haney hurt and wobbled, okay? The first and only time. You've never seen it before that, and you've never seen it after that. So everybody referenced that as a way of defining Devin Haney's abilities or his lack thereof having a chin. So now Senior is saying that it looked the same way like when Devin Haney got rocked by Jorge Linares. He stumbled back to his corner, and Bill Haney jumped in the ring and stopped it, right? But here's the thing. If Devin Haney was such an easy victory and he was chinny, and they could take advantage of Devin Haney's lack of skill set and lack of chin, they have numerous opportunities to fight Devin Haney for undisputed. They chose to go a different route, okay? And that different route cost them their title, right? Because they had the opportunity to fight Devin Haney for undisputed, but they chose to go in a different direction. They chose to go in the direction of fighting their quote-unquote mandatory in the form of George Kambosos Jr., and they came up short, okay? They came up drastically short against George Kambosos Jr., and then Devin Haney goes on to beat George Kambosos Jr. twice in Australia for undisputed. But they could have fought Devin Haney for undisputed, and they opted to go in a different direction opposed to fighting Devin Haney. But if he was an easy victory, as they stated, right, and they rocked him in sparring, and they have so much success, and they're not worried about him, on multiple occasions when Devin Haney came face-to-face with them, they could have taken the fight with Devin Haney and fought for undisputed. They chose not to fight Devin Haney for undisputed. They thought that George Kambosos, Teofimo Lopez Sr., even stated that he was going to fight, George Kambosos because he can make upwards of $10 million fighting George Kambosos Jr. in Australia. And they opted to not fight George Kambosos Jr. in Australia. They opted to fight George Kambosos Jr. here in the States. That fight got dragged out. And as it got dragged out, George Kambosos Jr. ended up defeating Teofimo Lopez and shocking the world. Then Devin Haney, he went and defeated George Kambosos Jr. twice in Australia. So with that said, Devin Haney is going to make himself, should Teofimo Lopez somehow beat Josh Taylor, if he was to beat Josh Taylor June 10th, okay, at Madison Square Garden in New York, right? If he was to beat him, that means Teofimo Lopez will hold the WBO title. And if he holds the WBO title, that's the only title that Josh Taylor seemingly holds right now, because he was stripped and removed of his other titles. If he is to, if he is to beat Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo Lopez is to beat Josh Taylor, he will hold the WBO title. Josh Taylor was stripped of his other belts due to inactivity, and he will hold the WBO title. And if Devin Haney beats Lomachenko, as I expect him to, then Devin Haney would be, in position to make himself the mandatory for Teofimo Lopez. And then we don't have to worry about all of the hearsay, because then Teofimo Lopez, who honors his mandatory challenges, then Teofimo Lopez would, have to honor his mandatory challenger in Devin Haney, right? As he stated that Devin Haney, was an easy victory. Teofimo Lopez campaigned as if he was the undisputed champion after he beat Lomachenko, although Lomachenko was elevated to the franchise essentially, and Devin Haney was elevated to the WBC super champion. So with that said, now Teofimo Lopez has an opportunity to fight Devin Haney and prove what they stand on, that Devin Haney is essentially an easy victory, and they knocked Devin Haney out in sparring. So Devin Haney responds with silence, says no comment, point blank and period. So let's see how everything unfolds. But he has a huge task in front of him in the form of Josh Taylor. So let's see how that unfolds. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.